Combat Wombat, what do you have going on here, man?
This is the latest project that I finished. This is the ultralight side charging AR carbine that we put together.
All right, you want to talk about some of the components that you got going on here? Well, first of all, before you do components, what was really your inspiration for this sort of thing? What made you think that you wanted to go to such a lightweight build, and then we'll go into components.
Sure. Well, basically the purpose for this is going to be a home defense weapon. So something that's going to be a little bit shorter, easier to maneuver in tighter spaces, and it's also going to be really nice when we get asymmetric solutions. We have a lighter weapon. So that's basically the big reason why I built this. My other rifle is pretty heavily built gun. It's got a heavy optic on it.
So this is a dynamics weapon.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. So I mean, it's got a 16-inch barrel on it.
Yeah, it is a Adams Arms 1-to-7 twist ultralight profile barrel. 16-inch, just a cheapy Yankee Home Machine flash hider on it. It actually does a pretty good job.
Yeah, those Phantoms do a really good job especially in the dark, and also for minimizing report. You know, at the muzzle, they're solid. They're solid.
Yeah, so they're definitely a good value for price. This is the rifle length version of the Midwest Industries.
Yes. Excellent lightweight rails.
Definitely.
Definitely. Easy to install as well. Definitely easy to install.
Easy to install. Working our way back from there, the most unique feature of this is a Crosshill Technologies XSR-15 side charging upper. And these were really hard for me to get a hold of. I've been trying to get a hold of one of these for about a year, and I finally was able to get one. Nickel boron bolt carrier, but the bolt itself is actually just phosphated, which is fine, no big deal. I think they kind of got that backwards a little bit there, maybe.
Maybe just a little bit.
But one distinguishing feature, as opposed to some of the other side charging uppers, is that this handle right here to charge, and it'll also act as a forward assist for you, is recessed a little bit. The other ones are basically just a steel cylinder with like checkering on it, and since it's straight, that seems like something that it would be pretty easy for your finger to just slip off of. This is a new gun. It's still a little bit tight. This has no problem to cycle it because you get your finger just rests right in there really well. It's very solidly built. The metal on it is very thick. Everything.
That is technically a match grade receiver, correct?
Yes, it is. And the other thing with it is, even if you go side charging, you still retain all your AR characteristics, like being able to have your bolt release and lock back. So unlike an AK,
the weapon so they can see that.
So unlike an AK, this will let you do that, and it'll mate with just standard mil-spec lowers. This is a plain old Stag Arms mil-spec lower receiver. Nothing special here at all. Just a Magpul furniture down here.
Now, is that the rubberized? Yeah, that's the rubberized Magpul.
And our stock here is definitely a little bit different than what we usually do. I love my Magpul products. They are excellent, but we did try something a little bit different here. This is the Mission First Tactical Battle Link Minimalist stock. It's extremely light. It's low profile. Very easy to install. It's just a slip-on stock. 6 adjustment points, and it's extremely lightweight. You just really don't have a lot of that bulk you get with some stocks.
So it's basically the CTR with the missing the forward half there.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Or I guess it would be more comparable to the MOE.
Yeah,
but
comes with a rubberized butt pad. Everything here, there's nothing that's been modified on it. Basically, how I feel about it is that it's a great value for price. These are running about 60 bucks now, I think 65 maybe. So not terrible on the price point here. I definitely think you're getting a good deal for the money with this stock. The only real thing, if I had to try to find something negative about it, I'm not sure if it's just the texture or if it's maybe just my own personal opinion. I think that the polymer might be a little bit just lower quality than Magpul.
And this is something I kind of share with you. I feel like when you grab hold of this and you feel this relative to a Magpul product, that's the impression that you get. But from what I've heard, it's the same grade of polymer. It's just the finish.
And we haven't broken it yet.
Yeah, we haven't broken it yet.
It's been out here 20 minutes and it hasn't been broken.
Yeah, it hasn't died yet. So, I mean, we'll see long term on these sort of things, but all the reports that I get from my contacts are these are hardcore stocks. Yeah. We'll see. Our mileage will
a little bit unique.
we'll find out. Barrels. Talk about that barrel, because that's a really lightweight barrel.
It is super light. I mean, you have advantages and disadvantages with it. You get, obviously, a very light, easy to maneuver weapon, because barrel is going to be where a lot of your weight comes from. But since it is so thin, it's going to heat up faster, probably wear out sooner. Yeah, so that's the only real drawback that you have there. And also, you will lose some accuracy at range.
Right. This is not going to be a very rigid barrel, obviously. Right. But weight savings. I mean, when you talk about weight savings overall,
phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and hold the weapon out and show that. I mean, like this gun. I mean, it literally.
I can shoot it like a pistol.
Outstretched arm right here. So that's. I mean, that's. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really weigh much of anything. So.
No problem at all.
Yeah. We haven't put a scale on it yet, obviously. Optics.
The optics were a pretty hard decision for me to come to. I was thinking about a Trijicon RMR. I decided to go with the Razor Red Dot from Vortex. It's the 3MOA variant. What I really wanted was a good CQB sight, and things like aim points, EOTechs, things like that. I feel like you're sort of looking down a tube with that sort of an optic, and I just personally didn't think that was a good fit for close range CQB type stuff. So I went with this. And so far, it's been a very solid optic. We've run this on several other weapons. I ran this on my longer, heavier AR, and on the SIG 556R. We also took that out and threw it around in the mud for a day. No problems with it. It holds zero very well. Controls on it are very simple. It's just an up and a down, and you hold to turn it off. If you want some more details on this particular optic, Tim from the Military Arms Channel did an excellent review, and that basically sold me on it, pretty much. As far as that goes,
and of course, Tim's reviews are always
he's a great reviewer, definitely.
So definitely look at that. Now this is the rising block. Just
a cheapy riser block.
Just a cheapy riser block. This is not a Vortex product at all.
No, this is not. I did have to raise it up a little bit just to acquire the dot faster.
Right.
It did need to add a little bit. This is actually more designed to be used as a pistol sight.
Remember, guys, this is technically a micro red dot. You know, yeah. In the class of micro red dot. So this is same class as RMR, same class as fast fire, same class as the Shield product.
I mean, it's really more designed to go with pistols, but it works excellent on this weapon.
Right. So, are you planning any backup iron sights?
I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go with this trusty old Magpul Embus pair, but I might do something tritium.
Okay.
Just because this is going to be a home defense weapon, and that's something that will probably be a nighttime dark type situation. So I may go ahead and do some tritium on it. The only other real upgrades are Duracoat, because this looks a little bit mismatched here, obviously.
What else are you looking at?
Definitely going to put a Magpul hand stop. I've already got the rail situated for that. If you've never used that product before, it's very affordable, and I've used them on other weapons. They are excellent. Yeah. It's just a very simple idea that just works.
It's kind of a spin on their angled foregrip concept, really.
Without the bulk and
without the retardedness.
Yeah. But other than that, we're going to be looking into lights for this. Obviously, the most critical accessory you can have on any home defense weapon is going to be a light source.
Or night vision.
We're going to set, yeah. Preferably night vision. But so we're going to get that set up. I haven't really made a decision on that yet, but exactly what I'm going to do as far as a light goes. But that's the setup that we're going to have, basically right here.
Now, the only thing that I have to say negative, really, about this build, as far as an ideals perspective, is even though it's a side charging upper over here, I would have liked to see standard AR controls be maintained. I would like to have seen them integrate a rear charging handle, because when you pick this gun up, And I did it the other day when we first took it out. I'm trying to hit the big boy I'm trying to big boy stroke this gun, and you can't, because this has a plug. This actually threads out, but this actually makes the fit really tight between your upper and lower receivers. We actually had to bring this down a little bit. If you're well trained on the AR platform, then you're going to see immediately the training muscle memory go to the big boy stroke.
Definitely. The only real negative that I can say about it, and I was aware of these obviously before I put it together, but you do lose the ability to disassemble this weapon without tools. Normally with an AR-15, you can punch your pins out and go. With this is actually a hex key, Allen key set up here, so you give it a couple of quick twists to loosen the torque on it and it'll come right off, but you do also have to unscrew the gas plug back here instead of just sliding a charging handle out.
Right, but this can be done by hand though. This can be threaded by hand. This
will not.
That you will have to store.
Requires a tool.
A Allen key maybe in your MO,
which Magpul has accommodated that, so that's what we're gonna do. If this thing would ever go down hardcore on me, I would need to bust out some tools to get it back into action.
Right. So I mean, obviously that's a concern, but I mean,
it has been very reliable. We've had a few hundred rounds through it and have not seen a malfunction out of it yet, and we're shooting exclusively through this kind of steel cased ammo too.
Right.
So it seems like a pretty good product overall. Definitely haven't seen any problems.
Yeah, great. So why don't we go ahead and throw some more rounds downrange on this thing, just to get a feel for it, how it shoots relative to, other ARs that we've had out here already.
Cool deal. Okay.
How'd it feel?
Feels like shooting a 308.
Huh?
It feels like shooting a 308.
Got a little bit of climb relative to standard AR-15s, right?
Yes, I can definitely say that my experience with the AK-74, it shoots a lot tighter. I don't know if that's because of the way the weight's distributed on it.
Smell that burning. It smells good.
And you can definitely feel the rail heating up.
Oh yeah, you can feel some heat off that. That barrel is at temperature. And
it was just 40 rounds too.
Yeah.
Through it.
Yeah, you're at temperature already.
It's not in any way uncomfortable, but my other AR, one of my other ARs, is a lot thicker rail.
Now, apparently, how this is supposed to work is the Midwest Industries rail is supposed to repel heat, and it's supposed to only attain heat through the barrel nut. So now obviously you feel back here there's much more warmth than up here.
And you're also right over the gas block there too.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's any truth to that. That's the theory, is it's only supposed to distribute heat through it's got some kind of coating on the inside of it that prevents heat buildup, transmission directly from the barrel. But I'm not going to remark on the validity of that at all.
40 rounds is not a lot.
Not a lot, but you can feel that. You can feel that through there. Can I run a mag through it?
You can do whatever you want. I want to get the count up on it anyway.
All right, sounds good.
A little gun. I feel that like this is a fucking toy. That's how I feel about it. It's just, yeah, I like it, man. But I have a feeling that this is gonna be jumping big time. I'm gonna be using this Tango Down magazine. Reviews forthcoming. We currently have a couple of these that we're testing right now. We'll see how they shake out in the end. But we'll see how it feeds out of this gun. All right. Steel plate. Ready?
Do it. Threat. Uh-oh.